Student drop-off. Before exiting the vehicle, students will ensure that their face covering is on. Students will exit their vehicles on the right side of the track and walk with social distancing to the crosswalk. When given direction from Officer Kelly and staff personnel, students will remain socially distant while crossing the street and entering the rec court. Entering the building. To maintain social distancing, students will enter the building through different entrances. 6th grade students will enter through the 101 entrance. 7th and 8th grade students will enter through the gym entrance inside of the rec court. Students needing breakfast will enter through the rec court door entrance. Before the bell, 6th grade students will be seated in the Performing Arts Center. Students will be seated 2 seats apart and on odd rows to ensure social distancing. 7th grade students will be seated in the gym on the right side. 8th grade students will be seated in the gym on the left side. All seating in the gym and auditorium have been marked to ensure social distancing. Students will be required to sit on those marked locations. Students eating breakfast will sit in the cafeteria using proper cafeteria seating and social distancing. Moving to first period, 6th grade students will exit the Performing Arts Center using the same doors that they entered through. 7th grade students will exit the gym using the same doors that they entered through. Once in the rec court area, students will re-enter the building using the 6th grade entrance or the breakfast entrance. 8th grade students will exit the gym using the main gym doors. Hallways and stairwells. During transition times, hallways and stairwells will be one-directional. There will be signage posted on the walls and floors to assist with student movement during transitions. Teachers and staff also will be in the hallways to assist with student movement. Entering the cafeteria. Students will enter the cafeteria using both cafeteria entrances. To ensure social distancing and avoid congestion, a staff member will direct students to a specific entrance. Cafeteria seating. To ensure proper social distancing at lunch, there will be limits on the amount of students at each lunch table. The round tables will allow for 4 students only. The oval tables will allow for 4 students only, and the long rectangle tables will allow for 3 students only. All tables have been marked to ensure social distancing. Cafeteria lines and hand washing stations. Students will be dismissed by table to prevent congestion in the lunch lines and hand washing stations. Students will need to stand on the round stickers on the floors to ensure proper social distancing. While waiting in lunch lines and waiting to wash hands, students will need to have their mask and or face shields on. Lunch line checkout. Students will use their student ID to access their lunch account. Students will have 2 options when providing their ID numbers to cafeteria staff. Students can write down their 480 numbers and name on a slip of paper and hand it to the cafeteria staff. Or, students can verbally tell the cafeteria staff their 480 number and name. Cafeteria rules. Students are to keep their hands off of other people, their plates, their food, and others' belongings. Students will need to speak in a normal speaking voice, absolutely no yelling or screaming. Students must dispose of all trash in the designated containers. Students must ask permission from school staff to use restrooms during lunch. And all food and drink should be kept in the cafeteria. Trash collection and lunch dismissal. Students will be dismissed by table to prevent congestion in the walkways and hallways. Students will be responsible for disposing of their trash and ensuring a trash-free lunch table when dismissed by an adult. Dismissal and student pickup. Students will exit the building using the front doors and the rec court doors. To ensure social distancing, students will stand on a designated marked spot while waiting to cross the street. When given direction from Officer Kelly and staff personnel, students will remain socially distant while crossing the street and entering the track to search for their transportation. Parents are required to remain in their vehicles. Staff will be on site to assist students.